Um, Even though I'm aware of what I'm aware of, I'm not gonna share it in a public way. Um, Primarily as security protocols, protoplasma, eternal water, the first rainbow, the core, the quantum core. There's only one. I am one. I'm Anawaya. But I watched a video last night by a courageous doctor. I'll use the word courageous, even though it's a radio frequency of that word. The anagrams, the weight of the wave, the weight of the water, the weight of the air. Aurora of a doctor, a level 1 trauma surgeon that went to Gaza. And he was on the Chris Hedges report. And if you want to see it, this doctor explains in explicit detail, okay, because I worked in the trauma. That's what I am. I'm a healer, a natural healer, healing the trauma across all vectors. Pure, eternal, absolute love transcends all space and time, because there isn't time. There's only what love is, because that's what I am. So I keep it simple, a simple calculator, a vacuum gauge, the quantum core vacuum. Eka Sheaya, Ashlim Ta Ikashadur, to Asia Intadore, to Asia Intadore, to Asia Intadore, door one, the sacred one. There's only one. Keep it simple. Simple logic, logos, the log scale. And so it was on Chris Hedges' report of a doctor, Sidwa, Feroze Sidwa, who experienced what happened in the Boston Marathon. If you remember what happened in the Boston Marathon. And he was there, okay? And he described in explicit detail. The title of the video is Eradication of the Healthcare System. Okay, eradicate, right? Why, in particular detail, that part of the grid as it relates to mathematical targets, genetic targets, and the value of DNA, of strands, of mathematical codes, radio codes like node in a network, the spin capacity to restore 0 degrees, 57 trillion clocks. Every cell is a clock. Access to 15,000 volts, access to 15D. Do the math. 3 trillionth of a nanosecond. 3 trillion years old. Spirit doesn't age. The eternal spirit never ages. Langley, like in Lang, you age. Negentropic parasitic programming, vampiric programming, the fighting code, the Boers-Mace's quarantine. Borg, as in qubit. Cube IT, like a trash compactor. Elemental annihilation. And looking glass. The first wave, the eternal wave, the crystal wave form and flow of first water. Keep it simple, water. We love water. The sound of water that heals us all. Equally sharing what I am, which is equal sharing of pure water. Test the water. What are the results? Radiological, neurological, biological, and chemical weapons of mass distraction. And those are interference patterns, which are distortions in the waves. So that's not rhythm, that's not harmony, and that's not balance, is it? That's what we're doing by virtue of the speed in which we recover the speed. The eternal God seed atom. There's only one, the first atom. Adama Amorea, Eartha Ark, Auroreaya. So you know how the recorder works, the sound recorder works. When I experience what you experienced by virtue of the explicit detail that you did that, or was that system wanting to keep that broken record, that time loop going, keep experiencing that horror of what those children and those people are experiencing over there in Gaza? That's why it does that. That's why that system does that. The killing field. And then the first morphogenetic field structure, the eternal electrical field of eternal life force. So what happens when the shield strength, the first shield, the first volcano, the first speed of the atom goes up, restoring electrical power to reduce it? Reduce the strength of the shield, which is our cells, which is our cellular processing speed, feeding the machines, a laptop, a cell phone, a desktop PC. Machine code. All network communication platforms using basic logic require life force electrical power. Otherwise, that network does not exist, does it? Using basic logic. Log IC, log ICU, IC me. So I'll sort of leave it at that because of the, when I woke up this morning, I immediately just began writing what my response was to what he described was going on over there as targets. And why the International Court Prosecutor is basically impotent to do anything about it. Okay? In other words, he can threaten or give notice. Hey, we're going to prosecute you for a war crime. How are you going to get something that doesn't exist into a courtroom? In other words, you can issue a document and say, we're going after you. We're going to put you in a cage. We're going to put you in a prison so you can't escape. I mean, it's like, please. Okay. It's like I'm 6 years of age, really 9. Please do not insult the intelligence of the grand creator spirit, the first creative engine that is on fire to create, on fire to manifest, the first manifestation field, a perfect crystal structural plasma tones of first water, building the first water table. Mathematical matrix is high precision timing in divine right order, divine right timing, divine right balance. The rhythm, the harmony, and the balance of the radio waves, playing love songs that go on forever, gifting what I am in electrical power to experience no power. Yeah, Mama. Yeah, the Chris Hedges report. It is not, I'll just leave it at that. We love you all, equally sharing what I am, which is what love is. It goes on forever. Zalu Kale Aya. Aya, Mama. Have a beautiful day.